Good evening, everyone. Today is March 19th, 2025, and you're listening to Beyond the Headlines, the podcast that dives deeper into the stories shaping our world. From global affairs, politics, to stock markets and the economy, I'm your host, Austin Cartwright. Let's dive in. Starting with breaking news, the JFK files have been released today, and all 80,000 of them, so a ton of people are going through all of the documents and, coming up with their own findings. And from the analysis, it seems that domestic and foreign intelligence agencies may have had a hand in the assassination of JFK. I'm not going to list said agencies because I value my life, but many conspiracy theorists have already, theorized this. But now this is kind of, evidence to their claims. And I will say, after reading a few of the documents myself, I have actually gone through probably like 40 or 50 of them myself, just to see what I could find. I'm not investigating anything. I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to look at them. But I will say it's crazy. It's very crazy, and I recommend looking at some other posts on X or Instagram to gauge your opinion on them. But because I'm not going to give my opinion on them. Moving on, there was an active shooter today in the CIA headquarters. He had a shotgun and made bomb threats. He has been apprehended. No manifesto or anything as of yet, but that's all we know. Moving on to geopolitics. Israel has officially launched a ground operation in Gaza. And moving east, let's look at Ukraine and Russia. Russia has agreed to the 30-day ceasefire deal. However, it's not really a ceasefire deal because they only agreed to not attack power plants. So they can still continue fighting between, soldiers in the Kursk region and in the Donetsk region. However, they are not allowed to attack power plants during this 30-day ceasefire. In addition, in order to secure a long-term peace deal, Russia has said that they want the land that they have taken so far in Ukraine. And lastly, for the geopolitical section, the Turkish president, Erdogan, has ordered the police to arrest his main political rival, which has caused large protests across the country. Next, let's look at politics. Tesla dealerships are being hit by arson attacks and gunfire all across Texas in this past week. And a judge has ruled that the deportation of illegal cartel members to El Salvador, as well as the deportation of Venezuelan migrants, is illegal, and warned Trump, if he continues to do so, he will face consequences. However, the judge did not specify the consequences in question. And lastly, the global markets. The Federal Reserve has chosen to keep interest rates steady, which signals to investors an uncertainty in the economy, and this could be for a variety of different reasons. Mainly probably the trade wars and the tariffs and all of the different policies that have been enacted in the beginning of this year, the first quarter of the year. And so that is the most probable reason as to why they have continued to keep rates steady so that they can gauge future economic growth. In addition, inflation was higher than predicted, so they most likely are waiting for that to go down before they decide to cut rates. But that's all I had for you today. Thank you so much for joining me on Beyond the Headlines. Where the story doesn't end, it evolves. Keep exploring, keep questioning, go beyond.